Taylor, and I'm a holistic fertility practitioner and counsellor. And I'm really excited to be talking to you about our preconception launch that we have. So today we'll be joined by Holly, and she is an Ayurvedic fertility practitioner and a shamanic midwife. And together we're going to be talking to you about our conscious conception program that we have. When you're trying to conceive and have a baby, you need to make some space first before you can do this. And the best way to do that is to really start to connect with your mind and your body and your womb, and noticing what is really going on for you here, and being able to clear out that space and bring in the soul of your baby. To do that, we will do it with nutrition and exercise and meditation and womb massage as well, and just connecting to your mind and your body. So I'm really, really excited to have Holliea on here today. So she's going to talk to us a little bit more about her journey when she was consciously trying to conceive her daughter Namaya. And so I'm going to hand it over to Holliea, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her journey. Hi,
thanks,
Holliea.
Edwina. Hi. Thanks for having me on here today. We're both super passionate about fertility and conscious conception. And the conscious conception program is so important because it's determining the health of our next generation. So, to call the soul in consciously is one aspect of it, and making space in your life for that is definitely a huge part of it. But also we need to detox our bodies, and we need to nourish our bodies. So I'll just tell you a little bit about my journey. A year before we conceived, we decided that we're going to conceive in a year's time, and that we're going to prepare our minds and our bodies as much as possible before conception. And the idea of a conscious conception program sort of came to me. So I wanted my partner and I to be in the best possible health before our egg and sperm met, because at the time of conception, there's the health of the egg and there's the health of the sperm, but it's also the health of all your different organs. If you've got heavy metals or parasites or any sort of compromised system, that is then passed down to the child. That's what we look at Ayurvedically. It's called a kavagunya. It's like our genetics, and the health of our system is determining the health of our child. So we're very aware of that. And we did a lot of calling in the soul and did it as consciously as possible. We did a 6-month detox phase and a 6-month nourish phase. And that might seem a little bit extreme, but we're both super passionate about our health. And at that stage of our awareness and knowledge, it was very Ayurvedic based, which was quite a subtle cleanse and quite a subtle nourish phase. And since being pregnant and having my daughter now, and doing a lot more study into health and different things that can compromise our system, one thing that happened is I had low iron at the end of my pregnancy, which, yes, is quite a common thing, but I didn't take that too lightly because I am so passionate about health, and did a lot more study around that. And I found that I actually had a parasitic infection. And after doing a mild parasite cleanse and what came out, that's what's giving me more passion to share this conscious conception program, and using some products that are going to help to remove parasites. Firstly, because they are sucking your nutrients, and you need to have as much nutrient in your system to grow a baby. The other thing that's come up for me recently is I had a hair heavy metals and mineral test for myself and my daughter, and myself and my daughter have really high levels of heavy metals, particularly my daughter, and that's quite concerning to me. So the concept of heavy metal detoxing is quite a new concept that's come to me in the last 6 months, maybe year now actually. So that's why that's involved in this preconception care plan. We've found a product that is quite subtle, but is helping to remove parasites and heavy metals and detoxing the whole system. So we'll talk more about the program and how we've sort of set it up to be accessible for everyone and as subtle as possible in a nice time frame. 6 months and 6 months was a little bit extreme of us, but I'm super passionate about this and so is Edwina, because this is the future of our next generation. This is the future of our children, and we want our generation to be happy and healthy and thriving and to be smart and intelligent and and that really comes down to the parents' health and what they're passing on to the next generation. So
absolutely. And as we know, when we're on a journey to try and conceive, the egg health is one of the, a really vital part in trying to conceive. And so if that egg health isn't where it's meant to be, that can then go on to cause chromosomal issues or miscarriage, and you want to try and avoid that as much as possible. And I've been really fortunate enough with to have Hollia's Ayurvedic herbs in my clinic and be able to give these to my clients to be able to cleanse through their liver and be able to support egg health with our Shatavari and support the men with our men's tonic as well. However, since going through this journey, Holliea has found a much better product to replace the liver detox that we currently have, which does so many things. Like it, when you get sick with morning sickness, that is due to too many heavy metals in the body. And so we've found this amazing product that Holliea has is going to now help to remove those heavy metals and be able to detox the body. And it's really important when you're consciously trying to conceive, is that 3 months before you decide to go ahead, it's getting your health and your body in order, because our egg health is on a 90-day cycle. And so we have 3 months to get your egg quality and your egg health to be better than what it was before. And especially if you're going through IVF, or you're planning to do that, this is brilliant to be able to do something that's going to help nourish your system and nourish your egg quality and your egg health before you go through with it. So if I could ask Holliea, she's going to run through the preconception plan and the products that go with it that can help to support you on your journey.
Yes, definitely. And the other thing, it's 50% male and 50% female. And like you mentioned, the egg takes 3 months to start to mature and grow. So whatever you've encountered in that 3 months time before conception is then a part of your child. But the sperm is 4 months. It starts to form and getting nourished and building up for 4 months before conception. So we forget about the men a lot, and it's sometimes hard to get them on the journey, but we want healthy, happy children, so get them into doing the nourish phase and the detox phase first, and then the nourish phase. And I'll just show get our little brochure up that we've created and walk through it with you guys. So hopefully you can see that all right, Edwina. So we've got here the health of our next generation and our preconception care plan. So this is just a little bit of information, sort of just a basic of what we've already talked about. So healthy sperm and healthy ovum, speaking about nourishing that for 4 months, and any alcohol, drugs, any cleaning products, toxic makeups, all those sort of things that compromise our system, then go through and into the child, the egg and the sperm. And the other thing I wanted to mention, actually, that just came to me before, is endometriosis and heavy metals have been a recent study have linked them together. So we can, when I go through the products, I'll explain that a little bit more. Like you mentioned, to reduce morning sickness. Morning sickness is the liver having issues filtering the increase of hormones through the system, and that's from having a congested liver. So whatever you can do to not have morning sickness, it's quite an intense thing that some women experience for not just the first trimester, and it's just the body's sort of sluggish and having to deal with the toxins as well as the hormones through the pregnancy. So healthy pregnancy.
Also in saying that, sorry Holliea, also in saying that with the liver is also the fact that with a lot of women on this fertility journey for so long, you think about the frustration and the anger that goes on with that also from an emotional point of view, that drives the liver. So, if you've had any of that, well, most women that come to see me are frustrated or angry because they're not conceiving and their perception of it. So it's really important to be cleansing the liver because those emotions are driving the hormones, and the hormones are driving your heavy metals. So,
yes,
yeah.
and PMS as well. Even for women that aren't trying to conceive, PMS, that frustration, it's usually the build-up anger and the build-up toxins in the liver. It's very connected. Skin health is linked to the liver. The liver is a very important organ to be looked at to detox, because it's so compromised with our busy, modern, toxic lives. You know, there's toxins in all our food, our water supply. Every time we walk outside, there's toxins in our products. So we really need to look at all these parts of our lives as well, and not just physically detox, but also detox the things that we're using in our environment, and emotionally. That's a huge part of it. Yeah, definitely. So, and yeah, healthy pregnancy starts with a preconception care plan to detox, like we've mentioned, then also to really nourish, to get the system with as much nutrient in as possible. And the other thing, you know, if women do have then a mild morning sickness, and sometimes you go off healthy food, you don't feel like your salads, you don't feel like your green veggies or your green smoothies or whatever, you know, a lot of women crave more carbs and toast and pies and pizzas and things in their first trimester. But if you've had a really good nourish phase of your preconception care, then you know at least you've got really good nutrients in your system to help get through that first trimester, even if you do go a little bit off and not eat as healthy food. So that's a good thing to look
Absolutely.
at. And then, of course, that helps a healthy child.
Yeah, and as we've written here, 40% of infertility and 80% of miscarriages are due to an imbalance and compromised immune system from toxicity in the body and stress.
Yes, that's it's huge. It's huge.
So what can help us? What can help us in the preconception phase?
So here we've got our little plan here. So on the left side, we've got the detox phase. So 1 month minimum detox if you can, just before you're moving into that 3 to 4 month nourish phase where the egg and sperm are being created. I think it's much more important to have that separate detox phase. But I also say to people, clients, you know, whatever you can do, just do it. You're better to detox and nourish. But you know, a lot of the time we get impatient. We just want to conceive. But if you look at the bigger picture, you know, healthy pregnancy, no morning sickness usually, and you know, healthy baby, that sort of outweighs the having to wait an extra couple of months. So contemplate that. But so we're wanting to remove heavy metals, parasites, digestive toxins, and toxic emotions. So Edwina's really great at working with the emotional side of things as well, if you're coming to see her regularly. So yeah, what we've got is, I've got a supplement called Vetox, and Vetox is detoxing the liver, lungs, colon, kidneys, blood, skin, and heavy metals. So I have not come across a product that is so comprehensive. It's also got a new technology called liposomes, which is a fat content that's encapsulating the molecule and plant extracts. So your body recognizes that fat content and it actually absorbs and assimilates. So a lot of products, supplements that you might go and buy from the health food shop and the chemist, they're only about 5 to 15% bioavailable, because usually they're synthetic and the body doesn't recognize them. So it just flushes through your system and you're wasting 85% of your money there. So the Vetox, yeah, it's so comprehensive. It's just a capsule. It's not a liquid that tastes horrible. I had another product I was recommending that was a powder that you put in water and it got thick, and people would spend $100, take it once and never take it again. So this product is a lot more comprehensive and people actually take it because it's only a capsule. So here we can have 1 morning and 1 night for a month. Maintenance dose, if you want to take it for a bit longer than a month, is just 1 a day. But if you want more of an intense detox, you can also take 2 morning and 2 night. You might get some mild symptoms with that. You might get a bit of sweats and headaches and things. It's really important to keep hydrated during this phase, of course. And the other thing that's really good is Core Complete, which is a daily multivitamin supplement. So Core Complete has all your omegas. It's got superfoods, whole foods, trace minerals, plant extracts, digestive enzymes, and probiotics. And I've just had some clients recently that just took it for a short amount of time and completely cleared up their irritable bowel syndrome, as well as people that are just having beautiful, luscious hair and great skin, because they're just getting that core nourishment that they really need. And the supplements actually have got this beautiful synergy that your body recognizes and absorbs and assimilates it rather than the supplements that you just buy from the shop, like I mentioned. So that's ticking all your boxes to make sure you're detoxing and getting the core nutrition that you need.
And Holliea, can I just ask with that, if someone's going through IVF, how safe is it for them to take the Vetox while they're on their medication?
It should be fine. I would maybe do a lower dose, maybe just the one a day, but it's more recommended to do this before you start your IVF treatment. It'd be much better to do a really thorough detox and then to do the IVF treatment. But in saying that, yeah, if you could do maybe one a day while you're doing it, because it's going to help your liver to deal with the synthetic hormones that are being put into the body during that treatment phase. So yeah, if anyone wants to reach out to me about that, if they're going through that phase and want a little bit more guidance, I'm happy to help out with that, or ask Edwina just to be sure. But yeah, if you can have a specific detox phase before you go into that, and then you can deal with the nourish phase while you're getting ready for your treatment, that would be my recommendation.
Okay, beautiful.
So yeah, we've just got some other alternatives here. So the optional ones, I've got a neuro supplement. So neuro is our mind tonic, and this is for brain function, a clear, calm mind, anxiety, depression, stress, any of those sort of cognitive function. It just gives you more clarity, more stability, and more cognitive function in your mind. So this is great because a lot of the root cause of fertility issues is stress and a busy mind and that worry that comes with it. So yeah, you just take one a day of those. And here we've got V3. So V3 is a really holistic supplement. So it's marketed as for energy, but it actually has maca root, which helps to balance your hormones. And if you're not already having maca root on your porridge and your smoothies, please do that. It's really great at balancing estrogens in the body and nourishing the ovaries and the sperm ready for conception. But the V3 has an extract of that, the maca root, with the liposomal properties. So your body actually absorbs it up to 100 times more with the liposomal properties. The other thing it's got is Tulsi holy basil. I'm not sure if you've heard of Tulsi holy basil. It's an Ayurvedic herb. It's an adaptogen which helps to detox stress from the body, and just to help balance everything out that needs to be balanced in the body. So if someone's got hormonal issues and they're really tired, I really recommend the V3 energy supplement. It's nourishing the adrenal glands. The maca root also helps to nourish the adrenal glands. It's detoxing stress. So it's getting to the root cause of why you don't have energy, plus giving you a nice sustained energy for the day. It's also got, I can't think right now what the extract is, but it's from cacao, which helps to increase your dopamine. So it's really good for depression as well. It just gives you that real uplifted, creative energy for the day. And it comes in like a little sachet that you put in your water. It's got coconut juice extract. So that's a really good option. If someone's drinking coffee, please get off coffee. It's so bad for fertility. It sends more stress through your body. It's heating and drying for the system. It's the complete opposite of what we need when we're wanting to conceive. So V3 energy is a great supplement for that.
And also, if you are having coffee and you're already a highly stressed or anxious person, you're going to find the histamine in coffee is going to make you more stressed and more anxious. So exactly. I know that all my clients, they don't like it when I tell them that coffee is not amazing for them. However, the choice is always yours. It's your body. And I always encourage, don't go cold turkey straight away. Take yourself down to trying to do one coffee a day if you can, and then just slowly every second day, and then dwindling it down until you're off coffee. Yeah,
it's a very addictive substance. It does taste nice, but people don't like being told to not take it. But when you're wanting to conceive, it's toxic. It's toxic for the liver. It's really bad for the hormones and the adrenal glands. So definitely get off that and find a nice natural alternative that's nourishing you and giving you energy naturally without putting you in the stress response. Really important.
And I do have some sachets in the clinic if anyone is interested in a coffee alternative that is made out of it's actually made out of herbs, but it tastes and looks like coffee, but it's actually really quite beneficial for you. So if anybody's going to be struggling with kind of coming off coffee, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's nice to have a nice warm drink. That V3 energy doesn't give you that warmth, but yeah, I guess that's probably got dandelion root in it, which helps to detox the liver. So that's great. The last option we've got in the preconception detox phase is Renew. So Renew is a squirt liquid that you just pump into your mouth. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's a liposomal extract of curcumin, which is turmeric, ginger, and some antioxidants in there. And it is amazing for pain and inflammation in the body. So if someone's having painful menstruation, if they've got painful joints, it starts to get absorbed into your system as soon as you squirt it into your mouth. So it can get rid of pain in a couple of hours. It is really powerful. So, and there is a lot of issues with inflammation in our modern lives because the inflammatory food and the toxins like we've spoke about, and painful menstruation is such a huge problem with the women that we see. So we've had really good results with this. It's also got ginger. I don't know if I mentioned that, which helps with circulation to the womb space. So yeah, this is a really great one. I've got that as an option in the detox and the nourish phase. I've also had good results with people that get migraines and headaches and things. So yeah. And just onto the optional detox practices. So fasting, if you can do a little bit of period of fasting, just giving the digestive system a break from having to digest food 3 times a day. Mono fasting, which is maybe, you might do 3 days of just juices or just one specific food or one specific fruit. An alkaline diet, particularly in this time of the year in spring, we're wanting to have more veggies and fruits and salads and things, so we're not having acidic foods, having more alkaline foods. Colonics, which is a colon irrigation to get rid of any toxins that are in your colon. Infrared saunas are really great. They get you sweating and get heavy metals from deep inside your system. Lymphatic massage, exercise. It's really important to be moving and sweating and getting the toxins out of your system. Skin brushing, and most importantly is hydration. I think most of our society is so dehydrated, and we really need to be drinking a lot of good quality filtered water, and maybe even some alkaline water in this detox phase would be really beneficial. Yeah, we can move on to the nourish phase unless you've got anything else to add into there, Edwina.
No, I think just with what you've said, it's really important to be clearing out that liver and cleansing the body and of any kind of detoxing and cleansing the liver of anything congested and the hormones, which will help in turn help everything to kind of run smoothly in the body. And all the other added options that you have there are just amazing to just bring that nutrition and that aspect back into the body. So no, I think let's have a look at the nourish stage and see how what they can do before.
Yeah, before conception. And I guess the other thing I wanted to mention in the detox phase is detoxing emotions. And yeah, as I said, Edwina's really great at doing that, but just digging into any fear and any anger and things that are coming up for you, they're coming up for a reason. It's really nice to detox any patterns and beliefs before conception as well, because it's so much more than just physical, hey?
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I find that a lot of women in the fertility support program that I run fall pregnant pretty much straight after they've done the course. And that's through massaging, learning how to massage their belly, but also really getting to the core root of the fear of not being able to conceive, being a woman, having that constant disappointment on their shoulders and the expectations that they hold. So the next program is coming up at the end of October for any women who are wanting to kind of detox the emotions and incorporating the self-massage into their daily life as well, which will be very beneficial.
Yes, that touch is just an act of self-love. And I say to women, how can you expect to love another being if you don't love yourself? That's such an important part of, fertility and being a mum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty, so the nourish phase. So the nourish phase, I've got 3 to 4 months minimum, and we're looking to have a healthy menstrual cycle, optimal quality ovum and sperm, clean digestive system, and a nourished body. So we've done the detox phase. We're really focusing on nourishing and self-love practices, positive affirmations, really bringing in that love, that warmth, and that self-love. So the core daily supplement is an absolute must in this phase. We're wanting to have absolute amazing nourishment going into our system. So like I mentioned, we've got the omegas, all your vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, superfoods, antioxidants, digestive enzymes, and probiotics in that complex. And then we've got the option for the Neuro Daily to keep your mind clear and calm and your nervous system and at a good point. Renew if you need to keep the inflammation and pain at bay before conception. And then my Ayurvedic herbs, which I'm still doing, is the Shatavari capsules. They're an option. Edwina will have them in her clinic. So Shatavari is really good at boosting the egg health, but also the sperm health. It helps to balance the pH in the vagina, which helps for the sperm to stay alive for longer, a nicer environment to get in there. And it helps with mucus quality as well. It helps to balance estrogen in the body. It's just an amazing fertility supplement. It's an organic Ayurvedic herb that I put into capsules, and the female and the male can have it because it helps with sperm quality as well. So you can have that pre-conception, and then you can also have it the first trimester of pregnancy. And then I recommend to take it the last trimester of pregnancy, ready for birth, and then again to take it in the postnatal period. Really good for boosting your milk supply, quality and quantity. So that's a great all-rounder. And the other one I've got is a men's tonic that we've formulated to help with the kidney gene for the men, also helping with the sperm health and the adrenal glands. So it's just helping with that stamina, that energy, and the quality and quantity of sperm. One of the ingredients in there, which is tribulus, also known as gokshura, it increases the quality and quantity of sperm quite quickly. So if you've got men that have got any issues with sperm, that's a really great one to take, as well as the Shatavari. They're both good, but the men specifically is formulated for the men. If they're working long hours and feeling depleted, that's also a good one for them to take in the postnatal period when they're having a lack of sleep and they've got to go back to work. It just gives them that stamina and energy back to nourish them. So.
And the men's tonic is great just for an overall, for a man to take in general. It doesn't need to be, only at the nourishing phase of trying to conceive, but he can continue taking that. And I've had some great feedback from men who have said their mind has just been clear. They don't feel as stressed. Things don't irritate as much as normal. Men do feel a lot of the emotions we do as women. They just don't express them as what we do as women, So it's taking care of the man as well as taking care of yourself. So,
yes. It's 50%. 50,
absolutely. Yeah.
And so, the nourishing practices I've got here, and Edwina, if you want to add any more into here, fertility massages, of course, and they're great for the detox and the nourish phase. Edwina can help you out with that one. We've got regular nourishing meals. So again, in the nourish phase, if you can get back into having 3 regular nourishing meals with lots of healthy fats and lots of nutrient. And when you have 3 regular meals, our body knows what time the food's coming. So then your digestive system's ready to eat. But if we're here, there and everywhere and snacking all the time, the digestive system doesn't know what's going on, and then it doesn't absorb the nutrients from our food. Time in nature is really important, just to be grounded and centered and just feeling connected to nature is really important for fertility. Raspberry leaf tea helps to strengthen the uterus, ready for pregnancy. And again, hydration, really important to drink lots of water. And the other thing I recommend is coconut water. It's really hydrating and really nourishing for the system. So you can have that for the detox and the nourish phase. It's really alkaline for the system. So coconut water is great.
And also choosing some practices that really help you to connect in with your mind and your body through that nourishing stage and the detox. So, doing womb meditations or, relaxation, doing some yoga, or even some soft movements. Walking is really great. And all those types of things are really good to be nourishing. Things that make you feel good.
Yes.
Ask yourself what makes you feel good and do more of it,
Exactly.
And if you also head to my website, edwinataylor.com.au, you'll be able to download a womb meditation there for free. And I know that Holliea has got many free tools on her website as well, which is shaktiholistic.healing.com.au.
That's it. Yes, thank you.
You'll be able to go on there and have a look. Holliea has got some really great programs that she's got coming out as well online. And yeah, we're here to support you on your fertility journey. So these, you can see down the bottom where you can actually reach to purchase any of these items, or if you want to speak to myself or Holliea, then we are open to have a chat with you. So just get in contact with us through the website or get in contact on the Facebook page. And we look forward to, happy, healthy babies and pregnancies and births.
Yes, that's the way we can heal the world through this.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So, a big shout out to Holliea. Thank you so much for joining me today and helping to kind of go through the preconception plan and launching these beautiful products, which are going to help so many more of both of our clients. And Holliea is also available for online consultations if anybody is interested. She is now starting them up again, and very knowledgeable, very experienced in the field of fertility. She has definitely been a big mentor for me in fertility health. And so, yeah, please don't hesitate to get in contact with either of us. So thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, Edwina, and thank you to everyone for taking the time to watch this and for to taking this journey of self-healing for our next generation. I have so much love and gratitude for you for that. So yeah, thank you.
All right.
Ciao. Bye.